So for our project, we chose to talk about student loans. So to start, student loans are a great option. They aid in students paying for university tuition, and a lot of students use these types of loans just to get through paying for school, and they can cover things such as books and living expenses. And these types of loans differ from other loans because of their low interest rates and because their repayment schedules are deferred while the students are still enrolled in the university. There are three types of student loans. There's the Stafford, PLUS, and Perkins. And the Stafford is to students, the PLUS loan is to parents, and it's commonly referred to as Parents Plus, and the Perkins loan is to low-income students. For the Stafford loan, it's really easy to qualify for. You just have to apply for your FAFSA, and a plus is that there's no credit check needed, and there are flexible repayment options that sometimes include consolidation. And there is also, in limited cases, loan forgiveness. In PLUS loans, these types of loans are federal loans that are to parents, and again, a FAFSA would have to be completed for this loan. And there is a credit check for the history of your credit score. And a plus about this loan is that it offers really high loan amounts. For the Perkins loan, it has a really low interest rate of about just 5%, and the amount of funds depends on the financial need of the student. So something that's negative about this loan is that the school is your lender, so the school has to participate in the Perkins program in order for the student to be able to get money from this loan. But something that's good about this loan is that there's a grace period of about 6 months after you graduate to start paying back your loan.
There are certain things you need to look for when picking a student loan. One of the most important is the interest rate. For that, there is a fixed rate and a variable rate. The fixed rate is based on the creditworthiness of the borrower and cosigner at the time of application. The rate and payment will stay the same for the entirety of the loan. With a variable rate, it is based on the LIBOR index. It changes quarterly, and also partially based on the creditworthiness of the borrower and cosigner. The rate may originally be lower than a fixed rate, but it changes over time and can go up each quarter. You also want to look for fees. Some companies charge fees in addition to the amount borrowed and the interest. Most federal student loans have fees. It is a percentage of the loan amount that is deducted from the amount disbursed to you. Many private loans do not have any origination fees. Late fees vary from company to company. There is usually a grace period, and then a percentage of the payment due will be charged. This is a chart of the direct subsidized and unsubsidized loans and PLUS loans from the federal government. The loan fee varies from 1.072% to 4.292%.
Before applying for a student loan, there are a few things that one will need to do. First, it is important to understand how much you are going to need to borrow. To do so, you could review the financial aid letter that your school provided or search online for a calculator that can help in figuring out the total. After you have an understanding of the amount you are going to be borrowing, you want to find a loan that is going to meet your needs. Next, it would be beneficial to find a cosigner. A cosigner is often required, but not always, although it is especially important for undergrads. They may not have a steady income or credit score. Applying with a cosigner will help one's chances of becoming approved or even lower the interest rate. It is stated that you have an income of $12,000 or higher, you may qualify for a loan of your own. After all this is done, you're going to want to collect all of your information that will be needed to fill out the application. Some of these required fields will be one's social security number, school information, telephone numbers, or gross income information. These are just a few of the required fields that they're going to ask you for. Once you are ready to apply, the application can be completed online. Once you and your cosigner both fill out the application, you will receive an email with disclosures of all different interest rates. Later on in the process, you will be shown the interest rate that you qualify for. Next, you will be receiving another email that will tell you what to do. You will need to sign or electronically sign the Consumer Credit Agreement, as well as a self-certification form, which will confirm the amount being borrowed. After all this is completed, you will watch for a final disclosure that will be sent through the mail, and your funds will be distributed to your school. Once you have finished applying for your student loan, it will be easy for you to track its progress online. Wells Fargo Bank, the source where I got this information from, is a well-known bank that provides student loans and does not start their repayment plan until 6 months after graduation.
Repayment options. Making payments. You are responsible for keeping up with your payments even if you do not receive a bill. Each loan has a different payment process, so make sure to check with your servicer if you are not sure. Choosing your repayment plan. Contact your loan servicer if you would like to discuss a repayment plan option or change a repayment plan. Depending on what type of loan, there can be several different options you can choose from. For example, the standard repayment plan. These are payments that are a fixed amount of at least $50 per month. You will pay less interest for your loan over time under this plan than you would under other plans. Graduated repayment plan. These payments are lower at first and then increase. This usually occurs every 2 years. Extended repayment plan. These payments may be fixed or gradual. Income-based repayment plan, or IBR. Your maximum monthly payments will be 15% of discretionary income, which is your adjusted gross income minus 150% of the poverty guideline for your family size and state of residence. You must also have a partial financial hardship. Your payments will change as your income changes. Pay-as-you-earn repayment plan. The maximum monthly payments will be 10% of discretionary income. Your payments change as your income changes. And for this plan, you must be a new borrower and must also have received a disbursement of a direct loan on or after a specific date. You must also have a partial financial hardship. Income contingent repayment plan. These are payments that are calculated each year and are based on your adjusted gross income, family size, and the total amount of your direct loans. Your payments change as your income changes. You may also have to pay income tax on any amount that has been forgiven. Income-sensitive repayment plan. Your monthly payment is based on an annual income. Your payments change as your income changes. Each lender's formula can vary. Loan consolidation. This combines multiple federal education loans into one loan versus having to pay multiple payments. This also lowers monthly payments by giving you up to 30 years to repay your loans. Deferment and forbearance. This temporarily postpones or lowers your loan payments for situations such as returning to school, enrolling in the military, and or experiencing a financial hardship. Forgiveness, cancellation, and discharge. You must repay your loans even if you do not complete your education, cannot find a job related to the program of your study, and or are unhappy with the education you have received.